I wanted to talk about Sharia laws against women. In Pakistan, there was a 2-year-old girl that was raped and brutalized because her parents refused to accept Islam as their religion. In certain parts of the Middle East, a person can be sent to prison, you can be raped, you can be stoned to death for simply not following Sharia law. This is why I believe every country should have a separation between church and state. You shouldn't be allowed to force your religious beliefs on other people. That's fascism. I believe in freedom of choice. I believe in free will. People should be allowed to choose what religion they want to follow. When you're forcing your religious beliefs on everyone, that just causes chaos. This is why there's so many wars based on religious beliefs. Now, there's some Muslims that don't agree with Sharia law. There's some Muslims who are open-minded people. So I'm not going to generalize all Muslims as being the same. In every religion, there's moderate religious people and there's extremist religious people. The problem I have with people who are religious extremists is that they don't understand open-mindedness. They don't understand people having a different point of view. They just want to force their beliefs on everyone. There's some religious people where if you don't believe in their religious beliefs, they want to kill you. And I just think these types of people should not be in charge of any of these countries. If you look at the Taliban, that's the type of point of view that they have. They want to stone any person to death that doesn't believe in Sharia law. That's why I think every country needs to have free will. The freedom to choose what religion you want to follow. When I look at the way a lot of these women are treated in these third world countries, it's absolutely mind-boggling. In Saudi Arabia, you're not allowed to drive. A woman is not allowed to show her face in public without wearing a veil. A woman can't vote. A woman can't get an education. A woman can't get a job without her husband's permission. Now, there's some people that grew up on this, and this is why they believe this. If you were raised to believe this, you're going to believe that this is how it should be. But any person that wasn't raised in this type of culture, you're going to be completely against this type of culture. I just think women should have the same rights as men. I don't believe a woman shouldn't be allowed to do something just because she's a woman. And when I hear a lot of these stories of women being raped and stoned to death just because they didn't wear a veil, or just because they wanted to drive a car, or just because they wanted to get an education, I just think that's completely insane. I'm going to show some news reports and stories of a lot of these different cases of women being discriminated against under Sharia law.
Farmer with a Muslim family, we too were living there. He invited me that you all family should embrace Islam and come to Islam. When we totally refused and we will not come under their pressure, then they abused my daughter. I was working in a farm. He came to my home and he saw my young daughter and kidnapped her. When I went back to my home, so I saw my daughter was not there. Then on one field I saw him that he was raping her, and when he saw me, he left her unconscious with bleeding and ran away. I wanted to catch him, but when I saw my daughter unconscious and full of bleeding, I was not able to even go any further, so I took her in my hands.
हाले भी बहुत ज़्यादा खौफज़दा और हाले भी अक्सर दर्द होता है
She has a nightmare and she's still traumatized. And there are some depression, but there are many other things which I cannot show on her body. She cannot pass urine in a normal way, so they made another hole from here to pass urine and the other thing. On every knock on our door, we think that someone came to kill us. Yes, I went to the police, but due to their pressure, police was not listening to us. Till now, they are threatening us. They are after our lives and they wanted to kill us.
It's very tough to meet this little girl. It's one of the most hard things that I ever did in my life. This little girl will not be able ever to be married. To get married, she will never be able to live a normal life. Not only that, she is a threat to the rest of her life and she needs to be in hiding, she and her family, just because in case that the Muslim extremists know where they are, they can arrest them again, they can rape them again, and they can torture them again. And we need to do something about that.
From the Saudi capital of Riyadh, in a town called Qatif, an 18-year-old woman, soon to be married, was riding in a car with her ex-boyfriend last year when they were kidnapped and brutally attacked. The first man with a knife raped me, she said. After the seventh one, I couldn't feel my body anymore. All 7 came back and raped me again. A Saudi court sentenced her attackers to prison terms and lashes, but then also sentenced the woman to 90 lashes for privately meeting with an unrelated male, a violation of the country's strict Islamic law.
After following several cases, this is the most clear, unjust sentence that have ever been made in a public case like this.
The rape victim did something rare in Saudi Arabia. She appealed. The court recently responded by more than doubling her sentence to 200 lashes and 6 months in prison.
She is devastated right now. She's very depressed.
The Saudi government denied permission for NBC News to shoot in Qatif, but we spoke to the victim's husband by telephone. He says the judges saw the rape as his wife's fault and treated her as a criminal.
Here we have a victim that was not treated as a victim and was actually punished. Here we have the Saudi Arabian authorities doing the opposite of what they should be doing.
And the Saudis have responded to international criticism by escalating allegations against the woman, now claiming she confessed to an adulterous affair. But her lawyer says the government's new claims are not true. The case has triggered a broader debate inside Saudi Arabia about treatment of women who live under a strict dress code enforced by religious police, can't drive, can't vote, and can't work without permission from a male relative.
This shows the need of immediate action, reform towards women's rights and women rules and regulations in the country.
The White House has condemned the woman's sentence, calling it outrageous. The Saudi foreign minister told U.S. reporters that unfortunate things can happen in the courts and the sentence will be reviewed. But so far, no word on whether the Saudi king will use his power to overrule the courts to prevent this from happening to other Saudi women. Lisa Myers, NBC News, Washington.
Jag hatar den bilen. Jag studerade i universitetet i södra Iran. En imam sa att jag ska alla kvinnor bära långslöja. Jag ville inte. Varför? Och jag protesterade. Efter en vecka patrullen kom igen och gripade mig och de dömde mig 3 års fängelse. Efter 2 år, de sa att vi ska prata med dig och de börjar slå mig och De var 3 man. De bröt min ben. De våldtäckte. Ursäkta mig. De 5 gånger de våldtagde mig. Efter 2 dagar de hämtade mig till sjukhus i fängelse. Efter 15 dagar jag såg larv i såret.
Så när du kom ut fängelset, hur såg du på islam?
Islam är äckligare sak som jag såg det i mitt liv. Islam betyder misslyckat. Betyder våldtag. Betyder att kvinnor är inte människa. Kvinna är halv. Islam betyder det. Islam betyder förtryck. Jag såg det islam så.